this video, we will learn how to assemble a Vista Sharp suspended sign that includes 4 extrusions cut to 45 degrees. The relevant items for this product are 4 double-sided FRL extrusions, 2 long and 2 short, hex head self-tapping screws, 4 angle brackets, 8 magnetic strips to adjust the die bond in place, 8 metal strips to work with magnets, 2 hanging cables and 4 cable clamps, graphic substrate, in this case 2 die bond boards. The tools required to assemble the signs are an electric drill, an electric screwdriver, a tape measure, crimping pliers, aluminum grade scraper, a pencil, a center punch, suction cup, a box knife, a hammer, a cloth and some cleaning fluids. First, drill holes in the top extrusion to attach the hanging cables. The 2 long extrusions serve as the top and the bottom parts of the sign. The location of the holes depends on the type of sealing and the customer's requests, but the holes need to be drilled slightly away from the edge of the extrusions, not too close to the center. The holes will be drilled on the middle strip that is marked on the outer side of the extrusion. Use a pencil to mark the location of the holes symmetrically on both sides. Take the center punch and using the hammer, mark a small slot to position the hole's location. That will help stabilize the drill while drilling the holes. Mark one side, then mark the other side in the same fashion. The next stage would be drilling the holes themselves. Drill through the entire extrusion until it comes out from the other side. Drill a hole that would fit the hanging cable's thickness, not too big and not too small. It will be highly recommended using a standing drill press. Do the same on the other side. Insert the cable through the top hole in the extrusion into the bottom hole. Then, take the cable clamp and thread the cable through it twice in the shape of a horseshoe. Then, take the designated clamp and squeeze the cable to lock it into place. Do the same on the other side of the extrusion. So there you have it, 2 locked cables in the bottom of the extrusion. Now, move to assemble the sign frame using the angle brackets. The systematic order of action is most important, so it would be best to stick with it. Take 1 short extrusion and insert the angle bracket in the internal designated channel. The other end of this angle bracket will be inserted into the designated channel of the long extrusions we have just worked on. Take 4 screws and using the electric screwdriver, insert them into the designated holes of the angle brackets. One might use clamps for tighter grip. Tighten the extrusions together while inserting the screws into place to ensure a beautiful aesthetic finish. Now, insert the metal strips in the sides of the extrusions we just joined together. Because the sign is a double-sided, we will do the same on the other side. Again, we will take the angle bracket and the short extrusion and executing the same set of actions on the other side of the long extrusion. Similarly, take the second long extrusion that serves as the lower part of the frame. Attach the angle brackets to it. Insert the metal strips and only then attach to the other side to create a full frame. Screw the screws into place and the frame is completed. Now, insert the graphic substrate into the frame, die bond board in this case, attached by magnet strips. Scrap the aluminum with grade scraper to achieve a smooth, clean edges. Lay the die bond board onto the frame just to verify perfect alignment and size before attaching the magnets. The magnetic strips are equipped with a double-sided tape on one side and the magnet on the other side. Lay the magnetic side in the channel of the extrusion when the double-sided tape is upwards. Do the same action for all extrusions of the frame on both sides. Clean the back of the die bond with a clean dry cloth and make sure cleaning in one direction only to remove dirt. Remove the protective stripes from the double-sided tape of the magnet strips and lay on the die bond clean surface accurately. Now, the die bond includes perfectly located magnetic strips facing the right direction. Eventually, create loops by the cable clamps on the other side of the cables we just attached to the frame, leaving enough length for hanging the sign. Equal length must be maintained on both sides. Execute the same actions of locating the magnetic strips and attaching them to the die bond board on the other side of the frame. Remove the protective film, remove aluminum grades, clean, attach, and tighten. And this is the final product, a Vista Sharp suspended sign that includes 4 extrusions and cut to 45 degrees.